Am I the a-hole for humiliating my daughter for making her tell her relatives that she isn't graduating and paying me back for the all-rental stuff? My daughter was supposed to graduate college this semester. We have been talking about her graduation party for basically 7 months. What she wanted to do and who to invite. We have already sent out the invites and multiple relatives have booked flights to come up. The issue is my daughter isn't graduating. She lied to everyone for at least 4 months. She failed a class she needed to graduate last semester and didn't inform anyone. She told us this yesterday. The party is in about a month, everything has been paid for already. So I informed her she needs to call all her relatives and explain the situation. If they can't get a refund for their flights, I expect her to offer to pay them back. I also informed her she needs to pay back the rental price since I can't get a refund for some stuff. This resulted in a huge argument and she is calling me a jerk for humiliating her. I explained that it is her fault and if she informed us months ago this wouldn't be happening. My husband thinks I am being a bit harsh but is sticking with me.
Info 1. How did she lie about her graduation plans? Did she insist on the graduation party, or is this something you were throwing her? Was the size of the party at her insistence? Did she drop the class and know she wouldn't graduate, or was she doing poorly but thought she could salvage it by the final? 2. Is this a class that's relatively common to fail and make up? Is it only one class? I ask because in my experience, there were a pretty good amount of people who dropped failed kinetics and took it over the summer, and it wasn't a huge issue except for them starting their career 3 to 4 months later, and those people were more or less treated like they were going to graduate by most of the other students. 3. How much money does your daughter make and how much money are you talking about for all of this? By the way you're describing it, you expect her to pay back multiple thousands of dollars for people's trips and for the party, which is implausible for a college student who didn't graduate and may have student debt.
She never informed us she wasn't graduating and continued to plan with us. We were throwing this for her, but she is very excited about it. It was pretty large, friends and family. She failed the class, she tried to save it and couldn't. No idea if it is a common class to fail. She can't take it over the summer, it was one of her core classes that they only offer once a year. She will need to take it next fall. It will probably be around $2,000 to $300. She has the money to pay it back from working in the summer and her office job at school. It will hurt her savings though.
Everyone sucks here. Your daughter should have told you she failed the class, but based on your reaction, it sounds like there's a reason she didn't tell you. You may want to look real hard at your relationship with her and why she doesn't trust you enough to talk to you when she has a problem if you want to maintain a relationship once she heads out and starts her own life.
You don't think the reaction is because she spent her time and money planning a party celebrating something that isn't happening until next December at the earliest?
Right? This reaction isn't because it will take one more semester. It's because the daughter allowed OP and many other friends and family members to invest money into this knowing full well she wasn't graduating. Like, come on, I know people want to feel bad, but this wasn't an oops. It was a continued lie.
This is one of those situations where, as a parent, you need to accept that you're right, but that youthful inexperience and insecurity are taking a toll on your daughter, so it is better to focus on being supportive than right. Going forward with your plan will likely damage your relationship with your daughter long term. So yeah, technically, you're right, but it just doesn't seem worth it. It doesn't seem like she was lying for greed or to hide infidelity or something. She's embarrassed about failing. She feels humiliated. That's an important distinction. Tell the relatives that if they can't or don't want a refund, you'd love to have them for a great summer family party. Just change the focus. Maybe even find something else to celebrate about your daughter. Forcing her to pay all that money seems untenable for someone in her position. If it were me, I'd tell my brother to come anyway and bring his kids. Let's just all go to a baseball game together. Whatever. Spending time with family is its own reason. Your daughter's punishment for failing and lying about it is that she will not get the big graduation party she dreamed of. Your immediate family can take her out to dinner instead. She should be able to accept that and take it as a lesson. Use this moment to teach her that hiding from the truth, even a painful truth, is never a good idea, and also tell her she does not need to be embarrassed about failing because her whole family loves and supports her anyway. She needs to take the consequence for what she did, i.e., she doesn't get a graduation party, but punishing and humiliating her at a very vulnerable moment in her life will do no good. And it may hurt her enough that even when she does graduate, she won't even feel proud because the whole experience will be tainted. Graduating from college, even if it takes extra time, is still a huge accomplishment, and she should be able to feel pride when that day comes next year. Am I the a-hole for taking my daughter away and telling my ex I expect him to support me financially while I look after her because his partner wouldn't make her tea? I, 35 female, have a daughter, Kelly, 16 female, with my ex-husband, Josh, 37 male. We separated when Kelly was 10. Since then Josh got married again to Lily, 30 female. Kelly mostly stays with me but also have her own room at Josh's house, which is significantly bigger than mine. It is important to note Kelly is not really a picky eater and usually cooks for herself as she enjoys cooking and trying new things. However, she is very particular about how she wants her hot drinks done, like hot chocolate with milk only and no water, or tea without any milk or sugar, as she collects different types and feels adding milk or sugar ruins it. Now unfortunately Kelly had to go through an operation and currently can't move by herself and needs help. Josh suggested to have her stay at his house as he has more room and Lily can look after Kelly while he is at work since she is a housewife. They don't have any children together. Lily also agreed it will be for the best. Both me and Kelly went with the plan, as I won't be able to be with her 24/7 due to my work and lack of cover, and I won't be able to afford being off work for long as I have to pay for her operation alongside with other medical bills. It was a week on Friday since Kelly was staying with Josh and Lily, and I would spend time with her in the evenings, when Kelly called me and asked me to take her home. I have asked what is wrong, and she told me Lily kept messing with her drinks or serving her drinks she can't have, like coffee, due to her meds, and when my daughter tried to raise it with her, Lily said if Kelly doesn't like it she can make her own, knowing perfectly well my daughter is currently bed-bound. I took her home and have told my ex I am expecting him to cover the medical bills and some of my expenses since Lily failed to do her job and her treatment of Kelly. I have refused to give her a second chance despite Josh asking me to, and was called an a-hole by him and my in-laws.
Info: do you mean that she would put milk sugar in her tea by mistake? Is that what messing with her drinks means?
She would constantly put milk or sugar into it, even with Kelly, me and Josh telling her Kelly doesn't drink tea with milk or sugar, make hot chocolate on water, or bring her coffee, which she can't have. Like 1 or 2 off would have been fine, but it is near constant. There were also occasions when she wouldn't bring water so Kelly can take her meds, or Kelly waiting for too long for Lily to come round and help her to the bathroom.
Why are you focused on the beverages? The comments you've added about waiting to go to the bathroom or waiting for water are way worse, yet they're not in the original post, which strikes me as weird.
It was the last straw, and to be honest, there were a lot of other problems with Kelly staying over. I have mentioned to Josh that the wait is not acceptable, and I was led to believe it is a petty thing to concentrate on since Lily is a housewife and might be in a different part of the house or outside in the garden, so she couldn't hear Kelly the first few times. Even from what Kelly was saying, Lily was on the phone or watching TV at the time.
Here's the thing, OP. People can only judge this situation based on what and how you tell us. You led with dramatic bullshit about milk and sugar in tea when this woman is making your child wait to piss. The tea and cocoa shit is dramatic teenage nonsense. That part is easily remedied, and it's also not dangerous, painful, or neglectful. Her stepmother probably has no clue how a more independent teen likes to fix her own drinks. But she ought to know coffee is off the table if it interferes with medications. That's a small problem on its own. The bathroom thing is the largest problem you've given us, but buried it in the comments. Take the suggestion above and stick a pitcher and an electric kettle in there to end that nonsense, and quit using your child to get a tit-for-tat in with your ex and his new wife. That's what leaks out of your words. You're deep in the toxic bullshit of co-parenting and not only allowing your view of it to color your daughter's experience, but being a bad parent for allowing your daughter to be both helpless, but ungrateful in the care of a human who is not her bio-parent. Either start acting like a grown-up yourself and parent your child away from this toxic nonsense, or get ready to spend every major event in her life having shitty, dramatic fights with your ex. You pick, but the fork in the road is now. Everyone sucks here.
I disagree that it is teenage bullshit. Lily is doing more work, adding milk and sugar to tea rather than just sticking a tea bag in hot water, To give Kelly something she doesn't like. Giving her drinks that she cannot have BC of meds is also harmful to Kelly's health on top of that. I feel like Lily didn't realize what bed-bound meant. Literally, Kelly can't do anything for herself and was probably annoyed with how demanding it is to take care of someone who is bed-bound, so was purposefully messing with Kelly.
The fact that Lily also told her if she doesn't like it she can make it herself, knowing the child is bed-bound, makes it sound like a control power thing too.
What do you think of these stories? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories.